So let's start off with some bad news. So we talked about this on Friday. Milei had a regional election, local elections that his political party was participated. La Libertad Avanza is his political party, and it was participating in these elections. These were elections held localities and some of the districts. Anyway, winning these elections was not that important for what Milei can and cannot do at the national scale. But the results of these elections were deemed to reflect his popularity and deemed to be reflective of the potential for his political party in the October parliamentary elections, where he has to do well in order to get enough parliamentary influence to be able to continue with his reforms. So the hope was he would do well in these regionals, and that would give him some momentum going into the October parliamentary elections. Unfortunately, it didn't work out like that. The election was quite negative for Milei's political party. Polls showed that the Peronists, the center left, well, really left, I don't know what's center about them, the leftist party, would win by 1 to 3 percentage points, which would be fantastic, which would show his political party on the rise and being a significant force in Argentina. Unfortunately, the Peronists landed up winning by about 13 points. 13 points, which is high. So the Peronist party won 47% of the vote. I mean, I don't know what the hell the Argentinians are thinking. It's crazy. It's crazy that people constantly repeat the same mistakes over and over and over again. Now, this was just in Buenos Aires. These are local elections in Buenos Aires, but Buenos Aires is, of course, the most important district in Argentina. 47% for the Peronist, 33.8% for Milei's La Libertad Avanza, and I guess the rest of the votes went to smaller political parties. So Milei himself called this a clear defeat. I mean, that's the other thing about Milei, is he went out immediately and said, yeah, we lost, big. No whitewashing, no pretending, no evading, no telling stories. We lost. It's not good. Got to get our act together. Anyway, it's really horrific that people would continue to vote for the same policies that for decades, really since World War II, have driven Argentina into greater and greater and greater poverty, necessitating the kind of radical action that Milei has had to take over the last couple of years. So now we're heading to the October 26th national midterm elections. It's going to be incredibly suspenseful. Milei's agenda is up in the air. I haven't seen how Argentinian stocks did today, but my guess is they would be down. But there's been a slight uptick to inflation in August. The peso's been depreciating. The sense is the growth to slow down. Congress is creating all kinds of tensions and problems. And there are these corruption claims against Milei's sister, who is his chief advisor. So we'll see. We'll see if he can recover from this. This is going to take a lot of positive things happening now between now and October. This is what Milei said. He says, today we've had a clear defeat, but if someone wants to start rebuilding and get ahead, the first thing he needs to do is accepting the outcome. Ooh. Is that a stab at somebody we all know that doesn't accept the outcomes when they lose? Is that a stab at Trump Will Trump see it as such? Will somebody tell Trump that Milei just said that? If you want to start building and getting ahead, the first thing he needs to do is accepting the outcome. Yet, this is a floor for us, but a ceiling for them. And I want to highlight that the course by which we were elected in 2023 will not be modified. We will double it down. Either freedom advances or Argentina goes backwards. And our commitment to make Argentina great again is non-negotiable. So that is Milei promising to double down on his plans, on his programs, on what he intends to do. So yeah, it's a tough. I think it's a tough loss. He doesn't deserve it, and you would think again that maybe. I understand that they might not be happy with him, but maybe they go to a third party, maybe a new party, maybe one of the small parties. But to literally vote for the Peronists, literally vote for Kirchner from Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, the corrupt former president, to vote for a political party, to vote for the corruption, the inflation, the stagnation, just the poverty that they brought to Argentina over the last 70 years. It's just hard to believe that the Argentinian people are that gullible, that I don't know, that be willing to stab themselves. Right now, Milei has a tiny political party in Parliament, and he needs to gain some seats. He's not going to get a majority, but he needs to get significant presence in the Parliament, in Congress, if he is going to succeed there. The Peronists have the largest bloc in Argentina's Congress, and they blocked many of Milei's initiatives, and actually passed initiatives to kind of counter what Milei is trying to do. For example, to increase government spending. They're trying to increase government spending. Anyway, Kirchner has been making fun of Milei and trolling him, and we will see. This is a wake-up call for the government, and it's going to be really interesting what they do in the next few weeks, months. Really, there's no months, there's just weeks before the October 20th election to try to turn this around. But we will see. The Buenos Aires itself, the city, is the mayor of the city, or the governor of the Buenos Aires province, is a Kirchnerite, a left-wing Peronist, who is Milei's probably fiercest critic, and is probably going to be the guy who runs against him in the next presidential election. So this emboldens him, and it gives him reason to believe that he can win. So we'll see. I mean, the one bright spot in the world politically is hopefully not dimming, but we will see. And again, note that this is not his re-election, and it is not an election of parliament, but it is indicative of his declining popularity within Argentina.